our Tower Garden event. Again, we are going to talk about something that a lot of people have been doing for a long time, and that's growing a garden, but it's different with the Tower Garden. NASA developed the technology where we can grow our own food, either indoor or outdoor, by technology that's soilless. It actually saves us money. And get this, you save water because you use less water, and you also are able to save money because your produce actually yields quicker. I've got friends that grow traditionally like I used to, and they're waiting 2 or 3 months before they can eat out of their garden. But listen to our 3 other participants. So it's going to be total 4 participants, and we're going to talk about how we garden with the Tower Garden. But first, let me share a video with you. If everyone could stay muted for me, please. We're going to show a video. Thank you. Let me admit a couple other people before we start the video. Sorry. Welcome to those who just joined. So we're going to show a quick video that shows what the Tower Garden actually is and how it works.
Tower gardens are amazing. The aeroponic gardening system I absolutely love. I have this one that's complete of tomatoes, beefsteak and cherry tomatoes and basil. Then the other one's just a mixture of like chard and broccoli and all my favorite different fruits and vegetables I have. And now my third one is going to have different herbs, so like lavender and thyme and sage.
Here you are allowing people to grow their own foods. The Tower Garden will pay for itself within a couple of years, but you get to keep it forever. And I would spend probably about $50 a week on organic fruits and vegetables, and now I don't have to do that. I also juice every day, so I get all my kale and all my chard from there and anything else I'm going to put in there. So I love that thing because it tastes good. It really does. And I have no green thumb. I can't grow anything, and I've been able to get things to grow. The best tomato I had last summer was from my Tower Garden.
This is my first time ever seeing celery grow from start, and we have huge stocks of celery. My wife's a big strawberry fan, so we've done strawberries.
All winter long, we've been able to grow fresh produce in our living room. It makes a nice centerpiece and talking piece. Move the coffee table out, move the Tower Garden in. And it's been really fun for my family and my kids. It becomes such an amazing experience for them because they get to go and they get to pick it themselves.
I told them, you can just walk right up to it and eat from it, and they love that.
We have salad party day, we harvest our Tower Garden, and the kids are having their salad party and coming back and asking for more salad, please. You're doing the right thing.
And the joy of feeding our family, where we literally grow outside the kitchen door, harvest from tower to salad bowl to table, it's just been a wonderful addition to our diet.
He does most of it now. I was the one that gardened in the soil for many years. He's now our Tower Garden farmer.
And clearly, if I can grow a Tower Garden, it's inevitable that anybody can grow a Tower Garden.
Okay, so we see you do not have to have a green thumb. It's super easy to grow a Tower Garden. We're going to go ahead and open up our first participant, Christine Williams. She's going to share her Tower Garden with us. Can you unmute yourself for us?
Certainly. Hi, everyone. I wanted to share, my Tower Garden because I am so proud. As you know, I showed it to you last week, and I had just put in my seed rather, and I learned something from Carmen, because Carmen said she never waited. She put hers immediately into the system, and I thought, oh, I can do that, so let me try it, which is one of the benefits of being on this program every week. We all learn. Well, lo and behold, I did that, and I want you to see the difference. Look how they are sprouting. It is just so beautiful to see, and I am so pleased with the way they are coming right out. And this is, mind you, now this has been 1 week of growth, of putting them in just from start to finish. And you can see, as I'm going around, how they have already sprouted. Look at that. Isn't that wonderful? And I am so proud of them. They're just like my little babies. Look at that. I just love it. So this is how easy it is, everyone. just literally you put the seeds in to the rock wool, and then you put them into their little homes, and they just take off on their own. I haven't had to do anything except come out here and smile at them and talk to them a little bit. And I just love it. Look at that. This is my chart. And so it shows the ease of growing with the tower garden. And I don't have to dig in the dirt, look at that, or anything, but rather just simply do as we were told, to just put the seeds into the rock wool and then put them into their little homes, and they grow on their own. Now this is 1 week of growth is what you're seeing here. So next week, I will be able to show you how the difference that it's made in that time period. But this is the benefit of having a tower garden on your back patio.
Let me ask you a couple questions there. You have a nice looking garden there. So you have how many tiers? We see on each tier you have 4 openings, right?
Yes, I have 5.
5 tiers. So, that's a lot of plants for one person. We have a family of 2 over here, and you're growing all of that. I see you have some open ports there.
Yes, that's for my tomatoes and my celery, which I still have to get that from you, but my tomatoes, my celery, and I still want to try to do a watermelon and a cantaloupe.
Okay, well, the tomatoes are coming, and I'm actually going to show you guys the celery that I brought her as a seedling already, so I got to just deliver it over to her. But let me ask you, did you put that together? How easy was it put together, or was it difficult at all?
No, it wasn't difficult, but I'm going to be honest with you. Read directions. Read the instructions. And when you read the instructions and follow the instructions, it's very easy because they literally snap into place. So I've tried it first, doing it on my own, and then I said, okay, read the directions. And I went back, and then everything went boom, 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 boom. So it's very easy to put together.
So you put it together, and take everybody through. So you put it together. If you go to your wall, it plugs into your wall. And what's attached to your electrical cord there?
That's my timer. I have my timer, and it's set to go every 15 minutes. I don't know if you can see it well, but
we can see it. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, it's set to go every 15 minutes automatically. And it's such a beautiful sound too. That's the other thing I wanted to share. This is such a beautiful sound to hear this water trickling, and you're out here and sitting in your patio and you're hearing the water trickle, which is very calming, very soothing, and we all need more of that these days.
Well, let me ask you one more question about that timer. So the timer helps with you not having to go out and water your garden. You could set it to 15 minutes, whatever time you want to water your plants. Now, if you can look at open the bottom of your canister there to show us the water. Can you do that?
Yeah, there it is.
Okay, so we've got a pump inside of there. If you look in there, that pump goes from the electrical cord to the timer, and it pumps the water straight up. So you see that there. She has, all the water down in there. Have you filled that water up lately?
Oh, no. It's full. It runs, and no. But it hasn't been that hot either. But I check it every week though.
So that's the container for your water, and your pump sits down inside of there. And once it turns on, then the water shoots up. One of the other folks are going to show you how their water goes up the tower as well, and some other things. So let's ask, what are you growing that you have presently on there now? I see Swiss chard.
Okay, there's my rainbow chard.
Oh, rainbow.
And then I learned that from Carmen too, to make sure you, Carmen and Charlene, to make sure you label them. There's my arugula. There's my gourmet lettuce. And there's my sweet basil.
Nice. Okay, so you're just waiting on those tomatoes to come in, and I've got your celery to deliver over to you today. So we'll be filling in those holes. Thank you so much. And how long have you had your tower garden?
I've had mine for a year. I had it up and running last year, and it served me, and I was able to share with a number of my friends because there was so much produce I couldn't eat it all, and I made sure I share it with my friends. So it produces a lot. That's why I'm so looking forward to this year.
Okay, we can't wait to see how much it grows in another week. So tune back in to see her new plants and how much it grows next week. So thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Okay, we are going to go to Carmen. Carmen has the Flex unit as well. And share with us, Carmen, about your tower garden. Oh, wow.
Okay, can you hear me now? Did I unmute?
Yeah.
Yes, well, I'm so excited to share today. This is the third week of me sharing with the group, and I really have something to show. I mean, there's so much sun here. Can you see?
Yeah, we see it great.
Okay, this is even stepping back. You can just see the growth, and we're just a little over 3 weeks. And pretty soon, I mean, it'll be time to start harvesting. I mean, I'm just so amazed. I mean,
yeah, wow. When we saw that, we all were like, because we've seen the progress over the last 3 weeks. They were about the size of Christine's plants, and now in just 3 weeks, look at that. So tell us, what do you have on your garden?
Okay, well, as Christine mentioned, I learned from Charlene to label, but I will admit I didn't label everything, but I will in the future as soon as I can identify everything. I did, though. I bought a tomato plant, and I know what that is. I have my little sticker on the tomato plant right there that I bought from Lowe's. I took all the dirt off, and I heard so much about the collards till I planted a collard. I don't know if you can see that, but I do have the label on it, so I'm learning.
Once it grows, you could tell the difference. Yeah, that tomato plant is nice. Yeah, that is good. If you step back just a little bit and kind of angle your camera straight, there we go.
Okay, now I can identify the lettuce. This is definitely a lettuce blend.
Oh yeah.
And I'm going to make an assumption that this is my rainbow chart because of the color. I can see a little red. So I'm just really just so excited. I mean, as Christine said, I just come out every day and just take a look, and it's just so amazing to see how things grow. And I just love the sound, the trickling of the water is just so relaxing. I could come out here and meditate, or I could read a book, or, just be thankful, just practice gratitude, just how amazing life is and how amazing God is. And just the things that, just from a little seed, this is what you can get.
And then, is that your water trickling?
Yes, it is. Can you hear it a little?
Yeah, everybody's shaking their head. Yeah. Yeah, so that's the water sound. And Carmen, you have a cage. And tell us a little bit about the cage. Was it easy to install? Was it hard to install?
Well, I'm going to be honest. I didn't install the cage. And I have a wonderful neighbor that I've adopted as my Georgia son. But the tomato would really be my first test to really see, the benefits of a cage, because I really haven't grown anything that actually needed the cage yet.
Same here. I just ordered my cage after I saw you and my mom, and I'm growing some bell peppers and some poblano peppers and some tomatoes. So I went on and ordered the cage, but I haven't put it up yet because I had to add some extensions. So I said one thing at a time. I didn't have time yesterday. So I'm excited to get my cage on there.
Right. And I do have bell peppers in here as well. So I'm going to try my best to identify as much as possible for next week. So we'll see.
Once they start growing, we'll know what they are. You know what the plant is by the fruit it produces. Now, someone asked, what is the cage for? Can you explain what the cage is for? A little bit more detail?
Well, I would assume the cage is for things that grow like tomatoes. They're going to grow up high, and they're going to, need some support as they start to bloom. So I would think that in time that this tomato plant will probably have to, it will probably lean over on the support cage.
Yeah, I'll show some. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no, that's okay. But as I said, I'm new to the support cage and how it's going to benefit and what's going to grow with that. So I'll have more information next week.
Yeah, so like traditional gardening, when I grow tomatoes and beans and things like that, you kind of want them to, be off the ground and held up. Otherwise, they're going to just fall over and bend and break. The same with the tower garden. You want to be able to support your vegetables and your fruits. So the cage is actually helpful. I didn't do that last year because I didn't need the cage. I wasn't growing anything. But like Carmen said, if you're going to grow things that need support, then you definitely want to get the cage. And you'll see some of the other tower gardens when I show you the picture. So thank you. Now, I wanted to point out one more thing about yours, Carmen. If you could step back and angle more towards straight up and down so you can see the bottom, you have something underneath your tower garden.
Yes, I also have the dolly, which makes it easy to move the tower garden around. My tower garden is placed right outside my kitchen. So that really makes it nice and convenient. And also it enables you to move, your tower garden if it's perhaps not getting enough sun.
Yeah. I usually don't move mine, but I learned a lesson yesterday. I filled it up with a bunch of water and tried to move it, which I normally never move mine. Like, I see why people have a dolly. I see why they have one now. So I will make that my next purchase because I am moving it around on my deck a little bit more.
I haven't really, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I haven't really moved mine yet, but I just wanted to have that option in case it's necessary. It seems to be doing really well. It's outside of a window in my family room, and as I say, next to my sliding door, which comes right out from the kitchen. So far, so good. It's doing well. And
it looks great. I cannot wait to the 4th week and to see that thing just bloom, bloom, and bloom, because 3 weeks is, I have a tower garden, so I shouldn't be amazed, but I'm amazed.
Oh, thank you. I'm excited. I'm really excited.
Well, thank you, Carmen. And we are going to show, before we go over to Charlene, I'm going to share my screen because you've seen 2 women, and I forgot to mention, Carmen had shoulder surgery, and she's been doing her tower garden with one arm. She's healing up great now, but it just shows the ease of the tower garden and how easy it is to, garden with it. So nothing really should be able to stop you from doing it. So I'm going to show you a time-lapse video of how easy it is to do the tower garden. Put it together. So you see I put the base, it comes as just a base. I put the pump in there, connected the hose to the pump into the bottom of the tower garden. Got the little pieces there. Connected them. I did not read the directions. I watched a YouTube video. I don't like to read directions. But you'll see why I had to take it apart because I didn't read directions and I had to put it back. But it's still very quick. It's like a puzzle piece. They just kind of fit on top of each other. Took me maybe 20 minutes even with my mess up. And that's it. Now, does that look like it's hard to do? Nope. Super easy. You plug it in and you go. And that's pretty much how quick a tower garden is to put together. And one more thing I wanted to share was we talked about the growth from seed to actual ready to yield. This is my one from last year. I planted July 27th in the little rock wool. I put the seeds in, vermiculite on the top, kept it outside with water. Within a day, I had a little greenery showing. July 28th, I have more greenery. July 30th, look at that already. I chose to do mine outside, but like Carmen and Christine put theirs right directly inside their tower garden. Obviously it works. Figure out what works for you, but either way is easy. And by August 3rd, they were in a tower garden growing. They looked strong. And then I was already eating off of it and I forgot and took a picture by September 3rd. So, it's just a process to where it does grow quickly. So I'm going to spotlight Charlene Woodruff if she can unmute herself and share with us. She has a different unit, you guys. She has the indoor unit. So take it away, Charlene.
Okay, I'm so excited because I want to show you all what grew in 10 days. Let me flip my camera around. And there we are. I planted this 10 days ago. I have already had to cut greens off in order to be able to eat it. But the leaves grow really fast in 10 days. This is a microgreen. So I'm going to take this one off. And you see, I can eat it without washing it if I want to, because I have sprayed nothing on it. So let me show you the rest. Here are all of my little lettuces growing. That's a lot of growth in 10 days. The lights that you see come on automatically with this timer, because even the sunlight, when the sunlight from the windows is not enough because it's filtered. So you set that particular timer, just as all of the others. The water comes on, and I'm going to back up so that you can see. Now you see that the top is growing faster. That is simply because the top is called microgreens on the inside. So this is a salad mix that you get in the grocery store that's already packed together in there for you to eat. So they grow faster. The ones on the bottom will grow slower, but they will be huge. They will be huge. So I have just a variety of different things growing here. I have a flower, and I found that this marigold is edible. I can eat the flowers of that marigold on a salad because they're very healthy for us. This one is one that I've not used before. And so you see some of the things have grown from the bottom of the port, and we will see those as they grow each week. Now what I'm going to show you now is what you get with it and how you start. Let me go over here first. These are some seedlings that have been planted. Those are sugar peas and tomatoes. And this is the packet that they come in, because you get a big package. And I wanted to show you how they're labeled. You get enough seed to last for a year if you like. Simply what we do, as Christine was showing, is we have the rock wool that comes. You see the little opening there? You simply put the seed in. Now I'm going to show you this. This is an organic bell pepper that I purchased. So I am going to take those seeds and grow those as well. Once you put them in the rock wool, you wet it down and you put it in this little pot. Now this is celery. This is celery that I bought, I ate, but I cut off the bottom and I put it in water and it rooted. So I'm going to grow some of the celery like Sean. All of this, you all, came with the tower garden. We planted our own seedlings. Here are your minerals. You have minerals A and B. You have a little cup to measure. It lasts for a long time. Then you have your pH solution. All of this comes with the garden. The rock wool, the little pots. You have your testing kit to test for your pH to make sure it's the right pH for growth. You have your timers. So everything comes with it when you order it. The basil in the back, I purchased that, but I'm going to eat it and I am going to wash it, wash the roots, and plant those. So I also have some other exciting news that I wanted to tell you all. I am so excited with the growth of this particular garden that I ordered a second one for myself to have outside, because I want to have tomatoes. I want to have squash. I want to have cucumbers. And this one has done so well, I do not want to have to go to the grocery store. So I asked them the things that I am planting inside, can you plant outside? Even the baby greens, and they said yes. So one tower garden outside would be great, but because I am a certified plant-based nutrition coach and chef, I will use every bit of what I grow, and I also like sharing it with other people. So what we're going to do, we do recipes on Sunday night. I actually make, and we'll have others who will be making dishes. So now is the time to grow your own food without pesticides, not genetically modified. You can pick right off your garden, either inside or out, all year long.
Let me ask this question really quick, Charlene. because we're running out of time. Can you zoom into your timer and really kind of just briefly, within a minute or so, explain to them about the timer and the LED lights?
I sure can. You see the timer is switched over to time. You put the little notches so that it is on for 14 to 16 hours and off for 14 to 16 hours. These LED lights mimic the sunlight. So that means you're able to grow inside what you would grow outside, and you can do it all year. So this particular timer has been wonderful. I don't have to touch it once it's set, and it just knows what to do. The pump comes on at the bottom for the water. This is the water pump here. You set that, and you don't have to do anything with that. So this is a no-brainer. This is gardening without having to think about it.
Well, thank you so much, Charlene. So you guys have seen the Flex unit that can be grown indoor and outdoor. It is the larger unit. And then you've seen Charlene demonstrate from beginning to end. Can you go ahead and mute for me, Charlene, if you don't mind? You've seen Charlene from beginning to end take you guys from how to transplant from the rock wool all the way to an indoor unit using LED lights. Now those LED lights can go on the Flex unit or the home unit. You would just purchase them separately, and both units can also be outdoor units. So with our remaining time, I'm going to show you my tower garden here. And what I've done is I've actually added to it. Interesting. Yeah, I've added my tower garden was the same height as Carmen and Christine's, but I have purchased 2 extensions. So extensions are these blocks here, and each contain 4 holes there where your plants will go into. So I added these 2. It was a simple installation. Again, I did not read the directions nor watch a video, so I had to do it 2 times. So I'm a great example of why you should read directions. But this is the lettuce that I've been growing. It has never gotten this big because I eat all of my lettuce. So I eat all of my lettuce. This is the butter crunch. So this will be eaten because I've been saving it for Friday. But again, this is the tower garden. I have a little pet frog. He's over here today. There he is, you guys. But he is very beneficial to my tower garden. He eats away. He lives inside of the actual tank here, and he eats the bugs off of my tower garden. So I don't ever have to put pesticides. I think I sprayed some dish detergent and some cinnamon on here one time when I had cabbage because they were attracting some bugs. But this is the unit over here. I have mine on 15 minutes. It turns on and off. And then I'm not good at labeling stuff either. I just wait till it grows. I kind of know where to plant stuff, and then I just eat off of it. But here, I actually ordered some seedlings from one of the growers in Florida. I used one in Atlanta and one in Florida. And this is my tomato plant. So I put my tomatoes down here. The lettuce will be moved up. I just didn't want to move it. When I get some more tomatoes, I'm going to put those down here. But I've got some bell peppers. I think these are yellow. And these are my peppers, yellow and red peppers. I've got some, I think that is the Swiss chard there. But again, this is a marigold. I've got some herbs there. And these are my collard greens. Can you see those? Okay. There we go. So we got the collard greens all at the top here. I have tons of collard greens this year. So I've been eating them and they just come right back. I mean, this is my kale. I've got some broccoli from January all of this stuff is pretty much from January, by the way. All of this is from January. I was growing it. And I just used that. And that's about it. Tower garden is super easy. I'm going to let you guys ask any questions. Green that I started in January as well. I've got some arugula on here. And I've actually got some other seedlings that I'm going to give to my mom. And these are tomatoes, celery. We've got different herbs in here too. And these are the actual, when you get your kit, this is the size of minerals that come with it. But I just this year had to order new ones, so I got the bigger ones. And this is your pH testing kit that comes with it as well. But I will show you what I have. I purchased this off of Amazon, and it's digital. You turn it on, you fill this little cup up. I actually just dip my whole thing inside of the water in the basin right here, and it tells me my pH. I tested it yesterday to see if it was pretty accurate, and it was. The same pH came out when I did the actual testing pH one that came with the Tower Garden, and then I used this one, and it was exactly the same. So I did do a lot of back and forth. It's beneficial for me because I have a hard time seeing between the orange and the reds and just the different colors. So I was going back and forth trying to figure out what color is that? Is that orange, or is that really tangerine, or is that red? So if you want to make it easy, that is as easy as it comes. So I am going to end this. We went a couple minutes over. I apologize. But if anybody has any questions, I cannot read the chat. I'm on my, okay, there we go. Let's see. You can unmute yourselves if you have any questions.